I am back with Dr. Hammond here with your mental health moment. I hope that you have had a wonderful week. Please ignore my background here with all these birds flying around here. I'm taking a quick break from dinner right now. It's my anniversary today, May 17th. So I am celebrating and taking a quick break from dinner to be on here with you all. Thanks so much for joining here. It's Dr. Hammond here with your mental health moment. Again, hope you've had a wonderful week. And for those of you who are new to Mental Health Moment, welcome. For those of you who tune in every single week, thank you so much for tuning in. I am completely honored to be here with you and talking about wellness tips and just things we can do to improve our, thank you so much, improve our mental health and our wellness. And thanks so much for the anniversary wishes. For those of you just joining, I was just saying I'm taking a quick break from dinner, which is why I'm outside here from my anniversary dinner. So today's my wedding anniversary, 14 years. But I do want to remind you all, as we're all on this mental health wellness journey, that there will be times when you're going to hit a bump in the road. So I want you to remember that. And the reason why is because you could be doing so well with whatever your goals are. And what happens sometimes is something is going to happen in your life, or something is going to trigger you, and you may start to feel like you're sort of relapsing, or you're just having difficulties on whatever goals that you made. But I want to remind you that that is completely normal for you to feel that way. I know for myself, even just last week, there was a task that I was supposed to be doing, and I am not going to lie, you all. I had a moment like where I just went back into old patterns of anxiety and went back into a lot of negative thinking. And I was like, man, what happened? Right? I was like, I was doing so well because I'm on this mental health journey right here with you. We all are on a mental health journey. And I really had to remember, I was like, wait a minute, I'm hosting mental health moment. I got to practice what I preach, right? And just taking a couple days, honestly, to work through all the negative thoughts and all of the criticism, harsh criticism for something that probably wasn't as bad as I thought it was. But that's what happens sometimes, right? So whether for you it's self-blame, whether it's criticism, whether it's depression, whether it's not having enough faith, whatever your difficulties are in life, right? You have to remember that there's going to be times when you are going to be triggered, even if you've made so many steps towards doing better. There will be times when you are triggered. So, but don't let that affect you to the point where you don't recognize how much progress that you have made, because you still have made a lot of progress, and I want to remind you of that. And thanks for those who are still starting to join here. It's Dr. Hammond here with your mental health moment. Thank you so much in the chat. I see all your wishes. Happy anniversary wishes, so thank you so much. I appreciate you. But yeah, but I want to remind you of that today again, as you step into, and we right all step into this mental health and wellness journey, that there absolutely will be bumps in the road. COVID-19 was, I swear, like the biggest bump globally, right, for everyone, because all of us had to pivot, all of us had to adjust, all of us had so much to deal with. And now that that's starting to change somewhat, there's still a lot that we have to really be thinking about and have to consider. So I urge you, as I mentioned, to just really think about understanding, and not from a negative standpoint to think, oh, something negative is going to happen, but just as a realistic standpoint to remember that there will be bumps in the road. That, unfortunately, I can promise you that we all will have our bumps in the road, but don't let that deter you. Do not allow you to allow yourself to think that that is something that is going to stop you in whatever goals you have, whether this year you made physical goals, mental goals, social, emotional, spiritual goals, whatever your goals have been. I just want to remind you of that today. And thanks for those who are still starting to join here. It's Dr. Hammond here with your mental health moment. So if you all need me at any time, you can always go to drnikishahammond.com, or you can follow me on any social media site, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. I'm trying to think of all of them. You can always reach me there. You can always ask any questions related to social media, or not related to social media, related to on social media, You can ask me any questions related to mental health or any wellness resources that you need. And again, as I always tell each and every one of you, if I love doing mental health moment, these are just some wellness tips for you to consider trying and things for you to think about. But if you are at a point where you're like, Dr. Hammond, I've tried so many things at home, it is not enough, and you need a mental health professional, which is okay, please feel free to reach out, and I'll do my best to refer you wherever you live, to refer you to some mental health professionals in your area. I recognize there's a stigma of mental health, absolutely, but I want to really remind you how important it is for you to get the help that you need in whatever form that looks like. Not everybody needs therapy. Not everybody needs something different. Let's put it that way. So you know for you, and if you're not sure, then yes, please reach out to a mental health professional, and they can say, you know what, you really don't need therapy, or you really do, or whatever it is that is best for you to make sure that you are becoming the best version of you, because really that's what mental health movement is all about. And and thanks for those who are still starting to join here. It's Dr. Hammond here today with your mental health moment. Again, reminding you about, we've made so many goals, I feel like, at the beginning of this year, right? For those of you who are here back in January and December, so many things to think about moving into this new year. But now, moving into the summer, there's a lot that can be coming up for you. Maybe there could be a lot of triggers, there could be a lot of setbacks, all those types of things, but please do not let that stop you in whatever your goals were and continue to be, right? But yeah, if you need me, you know where to reach me, drnikishahammond.com. This live is a little bit shorter today because, as I mentioned, for those of you, some of you are joining right now, but I am taking a quick break from an anniversary dinner. It's my wedding anniversary today, so I'm gonna get back to dinner. But I did want to make sure that I got on here live with you all, as I try to do every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Black Women Empowered Incorporated. And again, it's a complete honor. I'm so proud. There's a lot of you that do reach out on social media to me. So thank you for sharing your stories. I'm always happy to hear your success stories. I want you to hang in there. One of the things I love the most in life is seeing people succeed. So I love to hear your stories. So thank you for those who have been sharing those. Thank you for sharing those. But again, even if you're at the point where, like, Dr. Hammond, I don't have any success stories right now, I'm hurting, right? That's okay too. We're going to make sure that you put some things in place or get to the right resources that can be helpful to you. So I think that's about it. I did have some announcements. I'll go ahead and put it in the replay of the YouTube page. So I know a lot of people have been asking, like, where are you speaking next? So I'll put that information all in the YouTube replay. And it'll be different places throughout the year, mostly in the US, maybe some international, but I'll definitely put the location and the conference and all that sort of good information in there for you all. And hopefully I'll meet some of you all this year as I'm speaking on different mental health topics throughout the country. So thank you all so much again for tuning in today. For those of you who are new, every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Black Women Empowered Incorporated Facebook page and YouTube Live and LinkedIn Live, I will be doing a mental health moment where we share wellness tips, things to think about, things to consider on this journey that all of us are on, frankly, when it comes to mental health and wellness. So have an amazing week. I will see you all next week. Be blessed. Take care of yourselves. Remember, the bumps in the road are going to come, but just remember, again, to keep going, keep growing, as I always say, and take care of yourselves. And I will see you all next week. Bye, you all.